What is up? How's everybody doing tonight? Am I in the middle here? I don't even know. It's been so long since I streamed by myself that I had to reset some stuff up here. I've got these giant headphones on now because my earbuds weren't working. But I think we got mostly everything ready to go here. That is just a tad too bright. What's up, Bearded Merchant? Check this out. I think I have comments working here. So let's see this. Look at this. Boom. I'm here. This has been 3 or 4 months in the making to get the comments to show up on the screen. But we got it. What's up, Corey? Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for stopping in. Good evening. You changed your name, I believe. You changed your name. What's up, Ronnie? How you doing tonight? Oh man, so spent a few hours today getting all this set up because we have the PowerPoint presentation. I had to tally all the results. So on what this is. So tonight's stream, we did this last year. It's about an hour and 15. Just to give everybody a summary here at the beginning, if they catch the replay. So we're doing the people's character again. We did this last year, way early in the year, had voting throughout the year, got it together. It's kind of the idea of where Punch Out and Belmont came from. So they won the bracket. Let me know if my audio is okay too. And honestly, I don't even think I need to wear these unless I get some weird... If you hear some weird sounds or my thing cuts off, then let me know and I can put them back on and figure it out. So we, had this idea. It's something I wanted to do for 3 years. This was last year. Finally got it together, had a March Madness style live stream for the 2024 People's Character. Basically, you all get to vote on a character creation come to life. We do custom artwork, custom sent, right? So this is something that is completely driven by you voting and getting people involved to vote. Voting will happen. Last year we did Facebook stories and Instagram stories. This year we'll be doing it for a few days in our Facebook group. It's free to join, 8-Bit Power Squad. So voting will happen there over a few days, and then we'll still do like Instagram stories. That way it's a little bit more secretive, right? Because you don't know who's voting there. So when I do update videos, you'll be able to kind of see what's happening, and might be a surprise, especially when we got down to the end. So last year we had a tie for the last two between Punch Out and Belmont. Clearly, if you follow our company, I went ahead and did both. We were going to do, but we did both last year. And these releases always happen like the very last week of the year. This is after Christmas because, we get the full year in, we release it, and then it usually runs for about the first 3 or 4 months of the following year. I let it hang around just so everybody has a chance to partake. They went away. You guys all wanted Belmont to come back this year, so we brought it back. And now that is zeroed out again and away. So I had a couple of people ask because they're kind of new to our company and what we do. So this is completely driven by you. These were votes in our Facebook group, email, and messages I received on these counts. And it's going to be the same setup as last year. So just a quick rundown here before we say hi to everybody else. Frankie, what's up, man? Thanks for hopping in here. Check out these comments I get to highlight and put up here. YouTube has been weird with names. I was just on True North stream and I was still Average Joe. Okay. Like, I didn't know if you wanted me to out you or not. I recognize the picture, but I was like, maybe he's in incognito mode or something and didn't want anybody to, see who he was or whatever. So, there we go. And thanks, Ronnie. I appreciate that. Audio is good. So I hope, I think there's a lot of people doing Beggars Night tonight, I believe. Ours is Thursday, so we'll head out for a little bit Thursday. Um, so I can't believe it's already the end of October, but this is something I think I put this up in August. I wanted to vote on, and now it's finally here. So we're gonna have quick turnarounds for this year, and let's see. There we go. We'll have a quick turnaround, more of a quick turnaround this year. That way we can get our artist on board, Stephen Strange and Strange Creations. No, it's not Doctor Strange, but we'll get him on board. Be a little bit more of a quick turnaround because we're essentially, I think 11 or 12 weeks out. All right. So a story, I wanted to share this in our Instagram stories, but it may be too long. So last week we had I don't know if anybody's sports fans here. There's been a lot of stuff happening in the NFL. There's been World Series is happening. We have MLS playoffs. It's just been like the last couple of weeks, we've had sports end for some of our kids. We've had some sports start. All the professional players are playing now. Crazy game last night in the World Series, went 18 innings. I did not watch it all, but we have our high school soccer program that we sponsor is in the playoffs, and they won districts last Wednesday, and it was the craziest game. I know I posted, I think, just a short story, Instagram story, Facebook story, just on the tie at the end of the game, but it was completely ridiculous what happened. So our team is getting beat 0-3. So 0-3, 9.5 minutes left. Like, this is the wildest finish that I've ever seen, personally in soccer. So 0-3, 9.5 minutes left in the game for the district finals, Division I soccer. So it's the bigger schools or whatever, and we score a goal. Finally, break it open. We score a goal. We try to grab the ball out of the goal, which they don't allow now, and they stop the clock, right? It used to be a running clock. They stop the clock now. You're not allowed grabbing the ball. The other team is supposed to get the ball out of the net, and it was a little bit of a hostile game. There were several yellow cards throughout the whole game. It's districts, high school, there's 17, 18-year-olds. It's a little bit crazy. So score a goal. A few minutes go by, we get another goal, right? So now it's 3-2. Like, the other team kind of let off the gas, weren't pressing as much. What's going on, Andrew? Hello there. I got the comments working. Look at that. I can highlight you. So there's 4.5 minutes left when we score that other goal or whatever. It was under 5. So now it's 3-2, right? And now the other team's like, oh crap, we maybe shouldn't have taken it easy, up 3-0. And literally, like, we get an indirect free kick outside the 18. Guy boots it up. Their goalie comes out. Tries to get the ball. There's a scuffle. The goalie ends up having the ball. 17 seconds left in this game. There might have been 30 seconds when we got the kick, right? We're still down 3-2. We're trying to tie it up, take it to overtime. So 30 seconds left, boot the ball up, time goes by, everybody's kind of on the ground. They were trying to get the ball, the goalie ended up getting it. They have the ball. Literally, all they have to do is stand up and punt the ball. They win districts. This is Gahanna Lincoln, I believe. And they win districts. Their goalie that has the ball, while our player is getting up off the ground because they were, everybody was kind of tangled up. Our player was getting up off the ground. Their goalie, who has the ball with 17 seconds left in the game, punches our dude in the head while he's trying to get up. And the referee is 10 feet away. The official. 17 seconds left in the game. this dude, their goalie decided to punch one of our players in the head while he was getting up off the ground. And it's like immediately it was like stop, stop the clock, 17 seconds left. Goalie gets a red, like the official walks over to the sideline judge just to verify what they were going to do, I think, and just to make sure they were going to get it right. I think they did. Red card to the goalie. So their goalie is out. They have to bring their backup goalie in for the last 17 seconds of the game. And we get a PK. So we have a penalty kick now. 17 seconds left, down 3-2. They are playing with 10 men now and their backup goalie. It was like, and our guy nails the penalty kick. So it's 3-3 now with 17 seconds left. There's just not enough time there to score. So now it's tied up. Going to sudden death overtime. So golden goal, right? Sudden death overtime. And now they have a red card. So they're down 10, they're down to 10. So they're playing a man down. So they're playing a little more conservative. And, sorry, it was like, then we ended up scoring, I think it might've been a 15-minute overtime maybe. And we ended up scoring, in like the first 3 or 4 minutes to win districts. And like, so now they play tomorrow night, which is going to be freezing rain, I guess. So we're going to have freezing rain tomorrow. But it was just like, there were people that left the game with 15 minutes left because you're down 3-0. And then they come and then they're trying to get back in the stadium because like all of a sudden we're tied going in overtime and potentially going to win. And we do. So it's just amazing finish for our guys. Right. And just the grit and the determination to stay in the game, stay in that fight on the field there. And obviously huge mistakes from the other team that led to us to be able to capitalize on it. But it was just like, I have it on video. I have a video of their goalie, like punching our dude. Like we were videotaping the kick. So we have it all on video and you zoom in, you just see him plain as day. Boom. So it was just crazy. That was way too long of a story to tell on Instagram stories, right? It would have been like 10 minutes long. So just wanted to kind of put that out there and just amazing week. Then you have all these sports and you have the World Series going 18 innings last night. Our crew lost, but what are you going to do? Best of 3. So we'll see what's up. What's up, Mr. Perez? How are you tonight? So Chris, I was thinking of you earlier. Our system lets you like trigger fake messages and this is the fake message that I triggered when I was testing for comments to come up. And I just immediately thought of you. Here it is right here. How did Darth Vader know what Luke was getting for Christmas? He felt his presence. So hilarious, hilarious dad's joke, right? Rooting for Oregon Trail this year. We'll see, man. We'll see. I don't think anybody suggested it. Did you suggest it? I don't remember seeing that on the list. No, not me. The goalie for the other team, our other team. Chris, though, I was playing the I went back last year's and watched the video and you pop up and it's really funny. I'll probably post it tomorrow, the video, because you joined the live stream. And hey, Ryan, what's up, man? How you doing, my man? You come in the stream and are talking about King Hippo. Harrison's talking about it. King Hippo this, King Hippo that. And, I'm like, for 3 years, this dude's been telling me to make a king hippo scent, and it's actually going to come to life here for Black Friday. So it's a long time coming. I think if you join our live streams enough and you just mention a scent you want, eventually you're going to wear me down and I'm just going to make it, right? So we'll have some really cool artwork for there. What's this one? Did you know Mortal Kombat was based on a Scandinavian church song? It was a Finnish hymn. Oh, goodness gracious. Hey, Andrew, how's that brisket, my man? It looked delicious. The one you made the other day. First one ever. Looked really good. What's up, Andy? Check out all these comments popping up. How amazing is all this? All hail the king. You've offered to buy Chris a custom king hippo. So it's probably going to be called Hippo Island. It's going to be a little tropical. It'll be real nice. I sent Chris 3 samples of kind of a roundabout version of what the final scent will be. I still have to make some adjustments to it, but he liked a couple of them, but we ended up picking one of them, so it was really good. So what's this there? Yeah, a lot of food too. Hopefully you were able to share that with somebody because that was a giant brisket. Or you're just going to be eating brisket for the next week. So the meat sweats, yes, full of meat sweats. You're on a tropical island. I think that's all we have. All right, so let's get into. I think we can jump right into this, unless you guys want to. What's everybody drinking tonight? I got a Diet Mountain Dew and some water. Had some swigs of Diet Mountain Dew earlier, and now some water. It's funny because whenever I do something, we have this plan of what we're going to do. And this year, like last year was 16. And this year, because we have a shorter time frame, it was supposed to be 8, the top 8. And I completely forgot. So we're doing 16 again. It'll just be a little bit quicker when we actually have, I don't know what's going on with this arm here, when we actually have the voting. But let's get into it here. Should have this set up here. 2025 People's Character Selection live stream. So this is kind of March Madness style. And I am here still, in case you wanted to see me. But we will get into this here. So dogs were happy. Got plenty of leftovers. That's awesome. Awesome. And Chris looks like he might go visit. All right. So here we go. 2025. I probably should I'll bring my face back in here in a second. So blank bracket, just like last year, set it up like this. So I do want to let everybody know that Double Dragon was like, I think the 3rd or 4th most requested scent for this. And we are actually going to do a Double Dragon in late March next year. It was the mystery scent that went out a month ago with our Commands Corner. Everybody loved the oil, so we're going to officially commission artwork and bring that to life. So that is a local customer, good guy, Shaun, firefighter EMT, and we did a custom November of 2024, and then I kind of wanted to put it out there as a Double Dragon theme, so that will be coming back. So I did remove Double Dragon from this list, even though it was like a top 4, because we are doing that late March next year. So it'll be a Commands Corner, I believe, release in March. I don't know if so. So Double Dragon, late March 2026, officially. So you can bring me back up in here. I don't know if I should just sit in the middle here, maybe. Lock her down. All right. So here we go. The first top seed, number 1 overall pick we have. Do we have it? Where's it at? Samus Metroid on the top left. Am I looking at it? Is it top left for you guys? Top left for your? I don't know. Over in the top left corner, I believe it'll be the top left when the stream's on YouTube. So, finalists are going to be. Nobody. Fester's Quest was such a hard game, Chris. Like that game was tough. Oregon Trail, OG Oregon Trail was pretty tough, but man, Fester's Quest, played that quite a bit. It was challenging. So, Master Blaster. What's going on, dude? So Samus Metroid. Now Samus was the 3rd seed last year. So it's back. Number 1 overall. You guys really want this Metroid scent. And I believe Metroid has a new release, Metroid Prime, maybe, or there's a new Metroid game coming out. All right. So the 2nd overall, another number 1 seed. So we're going to do 1 through 4 kind of in each bracket. You can see how it's listed here, in each bracket, top down, just kind of like March Madness style, right? So like any tournament bracket, where you're going to have seeds up and down. All right, let's see who is number 2 overall. Kratos. So fairly newer game, right? But people really wanted to see Kratos, and I don't mind mixing in some newer games here, right? We can do that. We're a little bit retro gaming. We love our retro gaming, but we play a lot of new games. I stream Fallout and stuff, and we did a Soul Survivor scent that we've carried almost through this entire year. Just an awesome scent that we released. That's the first time I released a scent across our entire line. So we have Kratos. I want my spiral. It's not. I don't know, man. Maybe it's on here. We'll see, Andrew. Probably not. All right. So the 3rd overall PS1 might be retro at this point. Yeah. I mean, PS2 probably could be in that realm too. We were at the video game store picking up a game, and Harrison was looking for one, and it was only on PS2. He's like, "Do we even have one of those?" And I'm like, "Yes, we do, son, but it's not plugged in, and it's got dust all over it because we don't need it anymore. We don't need to play it anymore." But yeah, PS1 was awesome. You're right. All right, so 3rd overall, who do we got coming in here? We have Excite Bike again. So Excite Bike again was a top seed last year. So Kratos is new. Metroid and Excite Bike both were top seeds last year and got dethroned by Punch Out and Belmont. So we'll see what happens this year. There's some good ones in here this year. So we'll take a look here. All right. And rounded out the final number 1 seed, we have Paperboy, which is awesome, but also that's not a very exciting, graphic character. Maybe we can, or I'm sure our artist could do something with it, but we have Paperboy. What would that even be? Like sweat, and you have the newspaper ink, and anyway, we'll think about it down the road. Paperboy, broken glass and falling into a sewer hole, manhole cover. I don't know. It's interesting. So if you're in our Facebook group and you're tried to spy about the percentages, those percentages are a little off for some reason. I actually went through and looked at the votes. So one had 3% and one had 2%, but the 3% had 4 votes and the 2% actually had 7 votes. So the Facebook polling must not be as accurate as I thought it was. But we also had some other things chiming in. So we were decent at Paperboy. Like, we always made it through the construction zone and through the second level, I think. We had to get good. When you have 5 brothers growing up and you have to share a video game system, and if you die, you give up your turn, you got good fast, and then you'd hand over a sweaty controller. Yeah, that's a good point, I think. What that didn't have HDMI? Yeah, I mean, that's so PS3, I think, was the first PlayStation that had HDMI. I don't know what Xbox version had HDMI. I feel like Nintendo with the Wii and the Wii U, they use their own like special adapter connection. But now the switches are all HDMI. But um, yeah, it's interesting. What's going on, dude? No, nobody voted for the old snake. No, I don't know if that would classify in. Um, I don't think I might just veto that one. That would be funny. It would be a really cool if we did something like, in our classic essential line, if we did like cell phone games or even just really old PC games like that downhill ski slope game. That was the red and the blue. I don't know if you guys remember that. And the Yeti came out and tackled you if you made it too far. Was that a phone game or was that a PC game? I don't know. Let's see. What do you say here? PS3. Yeah. So 360 was it? Okay. Indestructible. That's a great one. If we do that, trademarking it now. I was going to do looking into a private label like shower item, and it was going to be the shower glove. So instead of the power glove, it was going to be the shower glove. But the shower glove wasn't going to suck like the power glove did. So ski free. Yeah. Okay. I love that game. All right. Let's continue here. We don't want to make this. We about an hour, I think, an hour and 15 maybe. Keep it light on a Tuesday night. All right. So now we're in the 2 seeds now. Bowling. I don't think I did bowling. I never did bowling. What's up? What's up, Jeremy? Excuse me. I mean, we all had those little handhelds we took on the bus for like field trips and stuff, right? Or you're playing the baseball games or whatever. But something we used to do in school was we would hook our T85 calculators up. My goodness. Something we used to do in school was hook our serial cable or our T85 calculators up, and we would play games against each other. It's pretty cool. Yeah, we're going to keep it light for sure, Corey. Not trying to keep everybody up late. All right. So for now, we're going to head in all the 2 seeds. So 2 seed Street Fighter. That is a tough bracket to be in against Metroid. So Street Fighter 2 seed up against that Northwest bracket. We're going to do I don't know if Street Fighter was on there last year. Maybe it was, I don't know. But we might have something special planned for that anyway. So we'll see. All right. Number 2, pro wrestling. I couldn't fit wrestling as too long of a word. Otherwise, the font would have been like 6 and nobody would have been able to read it. So pro wrestling, the 2 seed in the Southwest. We'll call it Southwest Division. Southwest. Or how about we'll just do whatever. I think that works. So pro wrestling, I that was not on there last year. So pro wrestling for a 2 seed is pretty strong. Um, oh yeah, definitely Corey. I love Metroid. I think we I think we bought a bunch of them. Um, Vega needs his own thing, so it's instrumental to me. Yeah, I agree. I agree. You know, we did our yearly planning in fall, so I do agree. It's tough. So Street Fighter is a good one. They're coming out with a new Mortal Kombat here that looks really good, actually. I think in May of 2026. So yeah, Super Metroid was awesome. Also, all right. So pro wrestling made an appearance. I don't know. It's a strong. I mean, it's what is that? 4 5, the sixth overall seed pro wrestling. So there's some wrestling fans out there. We've not done any kind of wrestling since. And I honestly wanted to get one of the old WWF wrestling games and stream it with Harrison one night. You know, we were throwing each other out of the ring. So it's just a matter of trying to find it where I can stream it and play it on the Switch. So I was Street Fighter all day long. Street Fighter all day long. All right. So the overall 7 seed. So another 2 seed here. It's going to go up against the Excite Bike category. So we'll call that I guess we'll just do Northwest, Northeast, South, West, and South. I don't know. I could just do Northwest. I don't know. East, South. This is East for Excite Bike. I don't know. We'll figure it out later. Who cares? All right. Twisted Metal. So definitely not on our list from last year. Was a Twisted Metal. So yeah, do I have a ability to make a poll? I can make a poll, Street Fighter or Tekken. I don't know. Do I have that ability? Probably somewhere. Let's see if I can figure it out here real quick. Start a poll. Which is better? Street Fighter already at 100%. Hey, Mark, what's going on, dude? Welcome in, dude. Look at this. I love the fact that these comments pop up again. I'm so happy that I was able to finally figure this out. So Twisted Metal. So let's head back to the bracket here. Twisted Metal over here. The 8th overall seed, number 2 seed up against Excite Bike. So I think honestly, this bracket over here is definitely going to be shaping up to be a tough one right now. So all right, let's go for the 8th overall seed. We have Final Fantasy. Okay, Final Fantasy. I get that. I love Final Fantasy. There's some really good Final Fantasy games out there. You know, I would probably have to narrow that down to one of the characters. What's up here? Crazy about my school's game club. Most people rock with Tekken more. Really? Really? Is it just because it's quicker? Is Tekken just a lot quicker? You know, I wonder if it's just so much. It's more fast paced and just a little bit quicker. I'm not sure, but yeah, Marvel. Well, I mean, you're getting all those characters, Corey. So Marvel versus Capcom. Yeah, you're gonna get all those characters. So definitely gonna be We have we have that game actually. So we play that. We were playing that quite a bit. Um, oh, that's pretty cool. Friend group had some battle. That's really cool. I'm a little disappointed that Mario Golf. I didn't see any votes for Mario Golf up here. I think that was a really fun game. But yeah, definitely Final Fantasy. Well, don't start, merchant. But if you do, go. So it depends on the style you like. Do you like the more top down view, more than like the Super Nintendo? If you look at like the Zelda games, that top down view where you walk around and you're walking in the woods and you like run into somebody, and then it's what do they call that, play based or turn based style play. So you have a group of 4 typically in your party, and then you each take turns against the enemy, that you randomly run into. The newer games are still like that, turn based fighting. But it just depends on the graphics you want. I really like, I think Final Fantasy 10 or 12, the remastered one that they did. It was just countless hours 20 years ago playing that thing. A lot of fun. Graphics are a lot better. I forget what that water ball was called that they played all the time in there, but that was a lot of fun too. There's like mini games inside the game too on some of the newer ones. Oh my gosh. Wow. Nice. This is a long message. It might get cut off here, but probably more due to aesthetics and the quickness. Yeah, technically, I can't play more recent ones at the moment, so I get some. Yeah, I get that. I get that. What's up, Justin? Blitzball. That's it. Blitzball. Man, such a fun game. Once you got used to it, in the beginning, you have no idea what the hell you're doing, and then it's a lot more fun. But it's a Blitzball. All right. So let's get back here. So now we're on to third seeds. So we're gonna be back up here with Samus, Street Fighter, Metroid, and yeah, let's see what the third seed is. So it'll be 3 and 2 battling each other. So this is going to go up against Street Fighter here, and we have NBA Jam. Oh my gosh, he's on fire! Oh my gosh. NBA, this bracket up here is stacked with, like, I'm not sure. I'm not sure who's going to make it out of this bracket, honestly. I can't remember who the fourth one is, but my goodness, I was typing these in today and filling this out, making this PowerPoint, doing all this work, and like I was just looking at this one bracket, and I was like, these guys are in trouble. Every round is going to be tough. Every round in here is going to be tough. So, what else is there? He's on fire. Ugly shot. Yeah. Oh, boom, shakalaka. That's right. Oh man, we used to, growing up, we would have parties or sleepovers, whatever you call them, when you have a bunch of your high school or grade school friends over, and man, we would play the hell out of NBA Jam. It was so much fun. You get 4 people playing, I think, at that time, at a time. So from downtown. So NBA Jam. I don't know who suggested this in our group. This was not on here last year. Great suggestion. I'm a little disappointed that it's a 3 seed, honestly. When I saw this come up and was counting the votes, I was like, man, I like NBA Jam would be higher on my list than pro wrestling, than Twisted Metal. And honestly, if we're talking about like group games, friends that you play with friends, definitely better than Final Fantasy. Probably better than the Kratos. Definitely better than Paperboy. Like the arcade version of it that you got to play at home. Like when you were selecting like tournament or like playing the arcade version, man. Like tough. I cannot believe it's a 3 seed. That bracket is tough. So you guys better get out there and vote on these. Vote early, vote often. Any which way you can. So let's catch up here from downtown. It a tough matchup. Fan of stop. What's this thing? What's up, James? How you doing, my man? Thanks for stopping in. It's Tiff Jam Vendetta. I think that makes an appearance, Justin. Somebody put that on the list. GoldenEye top friend games, absolutely. GoldenEye 4-player, absolutely. Dave, what's going on, dude? Thanks for hanging out, man. So we got 16 people in here. That's pretty cool. Some nights when I lay down and close my eyes, the tech. Stop it. Stop it. I will Tekken. I don't. Well, we're gonna find out. We have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more slots to see if Tekken made this list. So maybe Tekken made this list, and then you guys, all the fanboys for Tekken can vote on it here. So, all right. So let's do 3 seed down here against pro wrestling. Let's see what is up here. Oh, Corey, did you see the emoji flying around? I fixed the emojis too. Not only did I fix the comments, it's not 1,000 emojis like I first had it set up. It's just a few emojis that float around now. So anyway, all right. So let's see who's up against pro wrestling. What are we on here? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10th overall seed here. We have Ninja Gaiden. Oh man. This is a carryover from last year. Everybody loved Ninja Gaiden last year because I believe Ninja Gaiden was we'll find out at the end because I kept the slide from last year. I feel like Ninja Gaiden was like a 2 seed last year, or was it a 1 seed? I don't know. Maybe not. Did all of these show up? I didn't even see. I might have put no spamming allowed. So if you put too many in there, it might not work. Yeah. All right. So let's see who is up against Twisted Metal over here in our bracket on that side. I didn't label these with directional arrows, and I guess I should have. So let's see who we got up next. Mario Kart. Oh my goodness. What is up? Everybody keeps changing their name. What is going on here? What's up? What's up, Ellie? I mean, maybe I should change my handle on YouTube also. So Mario Kart. Oh yeah, that's right. You said that. There we go. Bearded Merchant. Talk about the battle of the cars. It is Twisted Metal versus Mario Kart. So Mario Kart's a fun one, right? I almost want to make a series of like the levels of Mario Kart or something. There's just too many ideas and not enough reality of, I don't want to put out 24 cents in a year. It's just too much, right? So Maybe one day, maybe 10-year anniversary, we can do a run of Mario Kart. And you're Jimmy. I haven't played Twisted Metal in forever, so I have no idea. It's been forever since I played that game. Mario Kart is cheating, bro. No. It can. Mario Kart is dangerous. So the problem now is Connor is better at everybody at Mario Kart. So it used to be I could whip their butt pretty easily, and he is just a pro now. So and once in Mario Kart, once you get ahead of everybody in first place, once you gap everybody there, and there's no catching you because 2, 3, 4, 5 are all hitting each other and slowing each other down. And one, if you get that distance, is just off to the races. So another game, like you were saying, Ellie, that can tear people apart is Mario Party. Has that ability with the mini games. Too strong of a pick. It's going to be interesting. So like, if you notice, we have like over here, Metroid, NBA Jam, Street Fighter, heavy hitters. Got some maybe not too many. They're okay games down here, right? Kratos, Pro Wrestling. They're kind of like they have their fringe loyalties. Ninja Gaiden. We have all the vehicle games up here so far. We have Excite Bike, Mario Kart, Twisted Metal, and I'm not sure what's happening down here with Final Fantasy and Paperboy yet. Let's see what's going on down here. Twisted Metal Black was the last one you played. I don't think I ever played that one. Well, yeah, but so Corey, did you know in the newer version, you can actually, when you set up races, you can pick all blue shells. That's all everybody gets is a blue shell or whatever you want, right? Or when you're doing competitive matches, it can just be whatever you want to do. All lightning bolts. All the other team can't have blue shells, right? So it's definitely evens out the ability a little bit more now. Twisted Metal Black. So then maybe that's the game I need to start with. So if I get another game, Twisted Metal Black will be that one. Cutscenes were terrifying. So now you're going to dream about Tekken as you're laying down, going to sleep, and then you're going to have nightmares about Twisted Metal Black in the middle of the night, Dave. Blue shell can, yeah, it's diabolical. What? The blue? Oh, choosing? No, actually, it's a good handicap for people. So if you're playing, the younger generation or somebody that's not great at it, you can give them a couple more rewards. Name doesn't ring a bell, Dave. Rolling Thunder does not ring a bell. If I look it up, sometimes I can visually remember stuff if I see it. But I'm just not sure. Black was the last good one. All right. Let's see who the third seed up against Final Fantasy is down here. We have Mortal Kombat. So we actually did a Finish Him Sent already a few years ago. Really cool collaboration with Daniel from Grindstone Grooming. But Mortal Kombat's on here. So we have a lot of choices here now. So over here we have a lot of characters in Final Fantasy, a lot of characters in Mortal Kombat, and then Paperboy all by his lonesome, right? Mortal Kombat would be interesting. Again, that movie comes out May of 2026, I believe. And it actually looks pretty good from some of the trailers that I've seen when we were looking it up. Yeah, it was a great scent. I only did that. I think we did a butter. We did oil butter that one a few years ago. It was a really calm scent, nice orange, little lavender, had some lavender in it, some cedar, very calming profile, right? Finish him. So came out really good. Oh, you still got the butter? That's awesome. Very cool. Everybody's got it. That's awesome. Top best sandwiches. Okay. Okay. Several years old. Everybody still got it. That's awesome. Hopefully it still smells amazing. I think was that 2022 probably, maybe when we launched that one. Dad used to go to Record Exchange and buy random games. Rolling Thunder was one of those games. Also, my dad was obsessed with Urban Strike, Jungle Strike. Yeah. Probably the early days of what Call of Duty is now, right? Or maybe some of those games. But I don't remember Rolling Thunder. Did you know there's a fighting crab game that Chris Perez wants me to make a scent of at some point? He keeps sending me the artwork for Fighting Crab. There's a fighting crab game on Nintendo, and he's like, "When are we doing this?" And I'm like, "Never. Who's ever heard of this game? Like, come on." The fighting crab game. What's it going to smell like? Also, Mario Kart has your vote thus far in that bracket or overall, Andrew? We'll see what happens. All right, so let's get into let's go ahead and get into the 4 seeds here. So let's see who is up against Metroid. Old Bay seasoning is what it's going to smell like, probably. I mean, why not? All right, we are 53 minutes in here. 53 minutes in here. Let's see who our 4 seed up against Metroid is. Not sure they stand a chance. Let's take a look. Resident Evil. Oh my goodness. Okay. The first, maybe horror game. Have we done other horror games? Dave. You don't even know, Dave. You don't even know. Like the messages that I get, they are we do a lot of stuff we do a lot. I don't do a lot of like mainline, like cookie cutter sense. That's not a lot of what I do when we're building sense here. I think Belmont is an example of that. For the most recent one, Soul Survivor, right? And a lot, we brought some OGs back this year. Project Shadow, like we did Project Shadow this year, and I'm not sure how many people really got it. Such a good scent, that honey and the smoke, like such a good one. But very unique, right? We're very unique. So, but yeah, if Chris was head of R&D, we'd all be in trouble, I think. Now my head's itchy. It's a good one. Resident, like that. These 4 up here should have probably all been 1 seeds, honestly. Like that bracket is going to be the toughest road for any of those games. So I don't know what that means. Oh, really? Yeah. That's some of those games. I don't know if that would be a fun. Is that a fun game to sit down and watch though, Dave? Resident Evil? Like, I feel like there's so many jump scares in in those games. It'd be tough to sit down, I feel like, and watch somebody play it. But I didn't do a Shadow Cologne actually. So did I? Did I do a shadow cologne? I don't think we did a shadow cologne, so you're not missing anything. Um, but that was, yeah, Project Shadow was awesome. Um, oh, Resident Evil one liner, gotcha. No, but I wish you did. I honestly am out of I was out of the blend, and I didn't want to order all the ingredients to make it again. So, and we ran out of like labels with the fragrance oil and the butters and the oils all about the same time. So I actually, honestly, I have one oil left. So, and I thought about just adding it to somebody's order, like for Black Friday or something, or I don't know, figuring out. I've got a few residuals of all of our retro scents, and I thought about doing like spend so much money on Black Friday, you get something here, right? We throw in a dealer's choice item, which could include a cologne or a butter. I mean, I don't ever make a ton of stuff, so we're talking like threes and fours of some of the items. But I have actually one Project Shadow was at a wholesaler this summer, and I ended up picking it up and taking it out of his store. So what do we got here? Resident Evil 4. And Andrew, this might be something where, we did a retro summer this year when people vote, and we can always try to bring it back if I can make it again and make some clones or whatever. But yeah, I don't remember these games in detail that well, the Resident Evil. Cousin's comedian, so his commentary plus the game. Oh, that's awesome. Yes, that one. Yes, it does. It does. Resident Evil, I don't speak of anymore. Okay. All right. So that bracket is going to be, that is going to be brutal. That is going to be a brutal bracket. So, all right. So here we go. Who is up against Kratos down here for the 14th overall seed is Star Fox. Ooh, that's interesting. So this got a bunch of votes also in our group. So Star Fox, fun game to play. That flying style where you're just kind of moving. I don't know how to describe it. You're moving through, objects are just coming at you, and you're kind of weaving around and stuff. But interesting game for sure. All right, next one, Dragon Warrior. Yes, do a barrel roll. That's it. I think if I'm missing any comments, I think I'm getting all the comments in here to click on, but if I'm not, just let me know. I don't know. I think I'm getting them all. All right. So the next one was Dragon Warrior. I believe this was on there last year. I think Dragon Warrior was on there last year. And I'm not sure. I might have got knocked out in the first round. Again, we'll take a look here. I've got the slide with a bunch of things crossed off at the very end of this from last year's. So kind of see a little bit of the makeup from the first few rounds. But this is going to be like this is going to be quick. These are going to be quick votes on these, so we can kind of move through and we get artwork going by the end of the year. So I'll probably be putting up like 8 different voting things in our Facebook group if you're there, and then in Instagram stories, Facebook stories over the next few days to get that round done. And then we'll have like, I want to try to, clean this up and have our winners decided in like the next probably 14 to 20 days. Somebody may have submitted GoldenEye, Dave. We still have one left. So, final number here, number 16. Number 16 here. I'm not sure if I have any on here. Do I have any cool? Do I have a drum roll on here? Let's see if I got a drum roll. Let me get these headphones on so I know how loud this is. Nope. No drum roll. But we have. All right, we'll just do maybe a little bit of air horn. Fix It Felix. Any guesses? Wheel of Fortune, Fix It Felix, Zelda. Oh, wait a minute. Did we ever do the poll? Did the poll finish? 16 votes. Which is better? Close poll. Where's the poll? I closed it. Does it show up anywhere? I don't know. Did it show up somewhere? Let's see here. Street Fighter, 81%. Street Fighter with 81%. So... all right, here we go. Number 16, the final slot for our 2025 People's Character. We have Altered Beast. What? Altered Beast was on here last year, and I think it made it one round. People really love this, so it's back. People want to see it again. So, but I do want to clarify: we were only doing one this year. So if there's a tie, we will have a runoff, or I'm going to flip a coin. We just are not going to drop a double cent at the very end of the year. Just too much going on, and everything we have planned for next year, our 5-year anniversary. So in February. We don't. So we have some honorable mentions here, so don't jump out yet. So we had Altered Beast for the 16. So here are the top 16. Congratulations, everybody. Actually 17, because Double Dragon was actually a 5th seed, and we are actually doing that scent in March. So I pulled it out of there. So actually Altered Beast would not have made the cut, but because I pulled Double Dragon out, it's in again. So Wet Dog Scent. Yes. All right. So here's some honorable mentions. Here. Can you see them? Let me get myself out of the way. Honorable mentions. We had Silent Hill, another horror. We had Tetris, Blades of Steel. Not done a hockey game yet. Earthworm Jim. This Earthworm Jim, like, somebody loves this game out there and they're getting people to vote for it because it just constantly comes up every year as somebody wants to do this. You have GoldenEye there. RBI Baseball. They've not done a baseball one yet. And then Dr. Mario. So we had some really good honorable mentions. Earthworm Jim was a good one, but like turning that into a character with a label, and like, what do you like? Is it dirt? Is it a dirt? Like I know the name Earthworm Jim and stuff. Like, is it maybe it could be a little fruity. It could be a little orchardy, maybe, or I don't know. Anyway, don't need to worry about it. So those were some honorable mentions, and then our last slide. So screenshot that if you want to. Those are the top 16, and we are going to go from there and start voting probably tomorrow. And so that is the 2025 People's Character Selection live stream, and this was last year's. So this is last year's. So you see, Ninja Gaiden was a 1 seed last year and got knocked off down here at the bottom. No, it beat Bionic Commando, which is, I love that game. And then Street Fighter beat it. And then Street Fighter lost to Castlevania. You had Alter Beast make it one round. Streets of Rage. That's right. Kratos was in there, a 3 seed. It's a 1 seed now. That's interesting. We had Samus. And Battletoads was in there last year. So Excitebike lost last year to Samus Metroid. Be interesting to see what happens this year. Battletoads in there last year, got kicked out. Not mentioned again. Gauntlet Legends, not enough votes. Final Fantasy, Paperboy, both in there. So Final Fantasy won, then lost. Blaster Master, Punch Out, and Castlevania in the final. And then we all know what happened. You guys somehow evenly voted between all the stories that we were doing. Literally a dead tie. So we did both of them. So a lot of fun. So I can not wait to see how this voting for this year comes up. We have some new contenders in here. Star Fox, Pro Wrestling, NBA Jam, Resident Evil, Dragon Warrior, Mario Kart, Twisted Metal, Mortal Kombat. Was Altered Beast last year? Maybe not. I don't know. But a lot of good ones. Yeah, a lot of good ones to choose from. So again, voting is going to happen in Instagram and Facebook stories. And then we'll post in our Facebook group. I think I did it last year in our Facebook group also. Did I do it last year in our Facebook group? And then like you can't close voting in the Facebook group anymore. So like when there's a poll up, it just stays up for people to vote on until like you delete the whole thing. So what I typically do is at the cutoff, I will just screenshot all the votes that are on there, and that's what I'll use when I'm calculating everything. So what did you guys think? What do you guys think of these matchups? Do you have any clear favorites? That was this Mean Bean Machine not being in the 8-bit ethos is a crime. Yeah. Yeah, what, where would that go? You know, I don't know. It's not in our theme for next year either. So, hey, Jake, what's going on, man? Just finishing up the live stream here with the selection show. So, yeah, I was not selected. Let me see here. It's like we had, you know, I had that list up, and it was, you know, it got some votes, but you know, ultimately just didn't make it, man. Maybe another year. So what are we thinking here? Samus or Star Fox versus Mario Kart in the final. I like that. I'd love to do a Metroid set, honestly. Like Samus would be awesome. Star Fox would be pretty cool too. Samus for the win. So, but there are so many games. Kratos, Resident Evil, and Street Fighter. Yeah, I don't know. It'll be interesting. So what we'll do is I'll try to make update videos. Or, you know what we could do is we could just plan on maybe just do an update stream every Saturday, Tuesday. But that's not a lot of time for voting, but If we did Wednesday, Thursday, Friday voting, closed it, got it ready Saturday, streamed it. Instead of putting out a 5-minute video, we can do a little stream with the updates. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I kind of was just figuring on doing just update videos like I used to do. And then Monday, Tuesday, Sunday, Monday would have to be voting for an update on Tuesday. That's a tight turnaround there. It's a 2-day turnaround, but we got to move fast so we can get a winner. I can work on a scent profile because November, December are very busy, and get it to our artists so we can get some artwork, labels submitted, and all that jazz. So yeah, it would be pretty cool. I mean, Belmont was a little bit darker, I think, right? We did Belmont. I feel like Project Shadow was a little bit, the smokiness in there was a little bit darker this year with, I know the honey was really like a lighter, sweeter opening. And then, what do we do? Like, I feel like we've done so much this year, but Soul Survivor was very light. That was a lighter scent. Like from as far as new stuff. Punch Out was very bright citrus. Yeah, NBA. I loved seeing NBA Jam make an appearance here. I absolutely loved seeing NBA Jam here. Like, I think you can make a whole lineup of them. Like, a lot of these you can make a whole lineup, but NBA Jam would just be fun to make a entire lineup of just like the catchphrases. Instead of just one scent, do like just all the catchphrases and make, a wide variety of scents. Some food types, some, more serious, some darker. Obviously I have the leather, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. I love seeing it on there. I don't think it'll win. That's a very tough bracket up there to come out of. But I would love to see, it move on. So, all right. Project Shadow was amazing. It was really good. This is one of those, I forget that I even did, Andrew. Like, I think back on the year, like we released growth, like the growth wash and conditioner recently, and we did all the natural parfums in our natural line with organic cane sugar alcohol base. It's ethyl alcohol. Don't drink it, right? But it's from organic cane sugar, so it's renewable, like a resource, right? And brought back a lot of our retro scents that you guys loved and wanted. And then we brought back Belmont again. I'm ordering new labels for that for the last 3 weeks. You guys wanted that. So it's been a fun year. It's been an amazing year. So thank you everybody for all the support. What ones are you asking about, Dave? Nothing is in stock except for Soul Survivor from this year. All the retro stuff's been pulled down. Our retro summer. Actually, wait a minute. I take that back. Cut Man and Metal Man are still available until the end of the month on our website. The essential oil clones, yeah, those are still available. I made an initial batch of those, and once we're out, then I'll have to let it set for, they'll probably be out until, I need to make a new batch now, actually, so they can set for 3 to 4 weeks, 4 weeks. So that'll be on my list to do. So I'll make some new batches of those so they can set up properly. But yeah, those are still available. All right. I think that's it. I think that is it. I'm excited. I love seeing this. So we will get an update and a stream going Saturday, probably. Daylight savings time, first day in November. And then again, voting. We're going to start voting here tomorrow. Join the Facebook group. That'll be the easiest way to vote because stories only last 24 hours and then they're gone. That'll be the giveaway winner for the body wash I'm going to do tomorrow. Did I put today's date down on there? I meant to put tomorrow's date. I got to line everybody up with numbers, and then I'll do probably it in our Facebook group. I'll just do a Facebook Live in there and do it that way. So thank you, everybody that went and commented on our new body wash video that Dan C put out. Body wash is one of those tough things where you're a beard company supply, but we're really grooming, right? And I'm trying to set ourselves up in that grooming aspect with different items we carry, with the we did the growth oil last year, a little bit more grooming, the essential line, it's face serum. Really is kind of that another major step in like body care. And started doing parfums last year, near the end of the year. In the style we're going to do them in, I had larger bottles available. The price point I'm trying to keep in line with everything else for what we do. So become more of a well-rounded company in everything that we end up doing. So. Oh, that's cool. Very cool. You're all right, man. Can't dug it next time. Okay. Good to know, Justin. No, I don't plan to change the name at all. I think our branding rattles off the name very well. Like it just sounds 8-Bit Beard Co. is just like sounds a lot better than 8-Bit Grooming, I think. Maybe 8-Bit Beard and Grooming. I don't know. I'm not too worried about it right now. I just got to focus on keeping everything in stock, keep releasing high quality products, for everybody that you enjoy. And right now been doing a daily picture of the face serum. So I'm going to be trying to do a time lapse with our face serum, which I should have started a while ago, but I wanted to do it with the growth oil too. I still might, but yeah, but 8-Bit Beard Co. is, 8-Bit Beards is just sounds clean. Is that alliteration or I'm terrible at English, so it's alliteration or the phonetics of it sound better. So, okay, you didn't want to change. We're just moving. I want to be more of a well-rounded company for a lot of, not just beard care needs, right? I know I did candles and wax melts for a while there while we were a little bit younger of a company, and may do some more, going back and forth on the holiday stuff if we bring back some of our holiday candles or not. But in our original brand, we rebranded them last year and it just didn't work out great because we're a men's brand and it was kind of like more of a women's style candle. So they just didn't do well as previous years because of that. I believe the branding just wasn't on point. So, but yeah, anyway, appreciate everybody hanging out. Thank you. I'm excited for this. I always love doing this. And I know it's super late in the year, but I want to get this done. It's something that we started last year and I want to continue to do every year. Just need to start a little earlier. Once we get our boys working with us more of a full-time basis, then get a little bit of help doing a bunch of stuff. So a little bit of alliteration. Yep. Heavy on alliteration. I appreciate everybody hanging out and check this out. I might have a going away smooth transition. Boom. I think I'm figuring this new software out. At least it works when we don't game and stream. So maybe it's the gaming part of it that's trouble. All right. We're going to do an outro here. I hope everyone has a great Tuesday. I'll see you in our walk and talk stories tomorrow. We'll be talking about this a little bit. And I already told you the story of the soccer. So I'll just tell people to come back and watch the video. So anyway, have a great Tuesday. We will see everybody back here Saturday at 9 p.m. We'll do a gaming stream. Enjoy Beggars Night. Take your kids out. Be safe. It's like, you never know if it's going to snow in Ohio for Beggars Night or it's going to be 60 degrees like last year. But it looks like it's going to be a little bit more chilly. So stay warm. Be safe. We will see you all November 1st. And be ready for this outro. I don't know how loud it's going to be. I think I got it nailed down, but we'll see. Chat later.